How's that? Okay. Oh. Let's see if we can get through our class today. So oh, my toes are really spread. Let's spread your toes on the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Open up your heart and your chest to the sky. Turn your hands, the palms of your hands forward. Spread your fingertips. Tuck your chin, but raise it. So you're balancing between lengthening and supporting. Roll them back, lift your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them back again. Bend your elbows, really try to work within the shoulder girdle. Make sure your tailbone is tucked rather than arched back. And then on the last roll, I want you to extend your hands forward with your palms up. And stay there. Really push from the shoulder girdle out through your fingers to the front of your mat. And then turn your hands over. Keep going until your thumbs are down. So you just feel a nice stretch on the outer edge of the shoulder caps. And then back the other direction, again turning until you can go as far as you can with your thumbs pointing down. Keep your wrists at shoulder height. And then bring them back. And lift them up, like you're saying stop with both hands, really pushing out again from the shoulders, palms down, yes, really stretch to the forearms, back up, back down, and then back up and bring your elbows to a bend at shoulder height, cactus arms. Extend them back a little bit past your shoulders, again stretching out through the chest, chin is tucked, toes are spread, knees have a micro bend. And then we're just gonna drop our hands down. So again, keep those elbows at shoulder height. And then roll the palms back up, opening out through the chest. Go ahead and go further back, lifting the elbows up towards the ceiling, keeping that chin tucked, keeping shoulder blades pulled in. And then rotate all the way back down through to your fingertips are pointing towards the ground. Do a little robot dance. And last time, come back to center. Bring your elbows together and really push out through the shoulders. Elbows first, then rolling forearms together until your hands meet. Lift your elbows up towards your face. And then drop them down to your chest. And again, back up towards your face. And back down towards your chest. Extend the hands forward, open the palms, and then just bring them down towards your sides, shake your arms out. Nice. Drop your chin. We're gonna roll slightly and slowly to the left, slightly and slowly to the right. One more time, all the way through to the left. This time, put the left hand on the outer side of the right forehead, just above the ear, and just give a slight pull. Make sure you roll that shoulder back on the right side, so you're actually stretching in the neck. Deep belly inhales, bringing the air right into your chest. Belly button swallowed back to your spine. And then release and slowly roll through the center over to the right side. Once you've found your spot, you can stay here for a moment. And when you're ready, you can extend the right hand to the outer side of the left forehead, just above your ear. Really flex those fingers away from your body. Shoulder is rolled back, so you're stretching and lengthening down the arm, the shoulder, the neck. Remember, keep this soft. And then release and bring your head to center and just give your shoulders a nice roll back. And then stop at the back, and we're just gonna roll forward but also arch the back. So let me turn to the side. So roll back, chest is up, and then roll forward tuck the bum. Try to bring your shoulders towards your knees, really stretching out the tops of the shoulders. And then stand back up, roll back. Give it a little shake. All right, we're gonna take it into the strengthening chest opener. So let's go ahead and extend our hands back out to the side. We're gonna make those cactus arms again. We're gonna drop them down, and then we're gonna extend out the right side, push it back slightly, and then drop the hand just behind the back. Relax the left. So the first thing you want to make sure of when you look at your shoulder is that it's not rolling forward. You want to roll it back so you're actually opening up the chest. You should feel it here in the neckline and across the pectoral muscle. If your shoulder is winged out on the scapula, then you want to make sure that you pull that shoulder back and pull the bone towards the spine. Let me have a look at what he's doing. Nice and flat. Hand is on the low spine. And if you feel the space, you can wiggle these fingers up to the middle of the back, going into the beginning of cow face pose. This is the arms for cow face pose. But if you are going to do this, you want to make sure, drop your hand just slightly, you want to make sure that the shoulder is actually still back. Okay, touch inside. So we're here, the shoulder is rolled back, the scapula is pushed into the spine. So you're trying to get the winged bone of your shoulder close to your spine rather than jutting out. If you have the space, as I said, you can do the cow face pose. You can also use a sock. You can use oh my goodness, what do they call it? A belt, a strap, there you go, to pull until you can actually reach your fingertips, but that's not the most important. Most important is to tuck the tail and actually keep the alignment in the shoulder. Okay, let's then roll the hand down, like slide the hand down your bum, and then release it back out and give the arm a shake. Let's take a moment. See if your left shoulder and your right shoulder feel any different. Mine feels a little bit looser.
Slighter, yeah.
Slider. Yeah. So we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. We're gonna go back to our scarecrow, just to get you started, because I like the way this looks. You're gonna extend out the left arm. So the palm of your hand is facing to the back. You're gonna push the hand back slightly past the shoulder, so you're opening up already through the chest. And then you're gonna bend the elbow, and you're gonna take the hand, and you're just gonna drop it right at the seat, the top of the sacrum. You're gonna look in the shoulder here. So this side is much more open on me than the left side. So as you can see, my right side, is actually bending forward from years of holding a backpack, but my left side actually is staying back. So this is what you want. This is the alignment where the shoulder is, the hand is below, the shoulder blade is flat, shoulder is extending back, my chest is open. Corrections is if you're here, and you see the difference? The arm is actually, let's go here into the light, my shoulder cap is actually folding forward because as I said, I've been holding lots of things on that shoulder. So if you're a tote bag fan, think about that. It really does affect the alignment of the shoulder cap. So you roll that back, yeah? So again, we're on the left side now. You're rolled back, you've taken a moment to adjust, you've taken a moment to see what's feeling tight in the body. Then we're gonna wiggle those fingers up a little bit higher on the back. Turn to the back. So here you can see he's got a bit more space. He also has the same issue on the right side. So the shoulder is nice and flat, the scapula is down, and the hand is high. So you wanna continue to stay there, or you can reach the hands back, exactly, to try to grasp the fingertips in cow face pose, or the arms from cow face pose. This is a really nice chest opening stretch. Let's see from the front. Very nice. Really nice chest opening stretch. Keep your neck long. Breathe deeply. The deeper you breathe from the belly expanding out through the chest, it actually deepens the stretch across the shoulder girdle. And when you're ready, just slide your fingertips from the back down to your bum and release the hand out. Release the top arm out and give both arms a shake.
Feels much lighter.
Yeah. It's a nice and easy stretch that you can do regularly. You can do it seated, with the Gomukhasana, so the legs are in cow face pose, or you can do it standing as you like. All right, so let's move into our warriors. So one of the things that we were doing in the last class is we were doing the same bind, but we were doing it from our warrior pose. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna abbreviate it because we don't have a whole lot of time, but we're just gonna come into prayer pose. So your hands are at your heart. You're just gonna squat down into Malasana. So when you take a squat into Malasana, you wanna sit down like you're trying to put the sacrum on the floor, but both feet are parallel. Your knees are pointing forward. Then you can happily sit the elbows on top as if this is the space that you have. But the more you can get the legs open in through the groin for external rotation, actually the abductors, you're pushing them open, sitting down between the legs, trying to really grip your feet onto the floor, balance your weight between the toes and the heel of the foot. So you're not leaning back and you're not leaning forward. This is really going to give you the deepest stretch along the groin. Push your hands to your heart. Push your elbows into your knees. Spread your knees wider. Extend your head up. You're lengthening from the crown. So I'm looking forward, chin is tucked, neck is elongated, pulling myself up from the crown. So I'm getting a lengthening spinal stretch, and I'm also stretching through the glutes, through the flexors, the extenders, and the adductors and abductors. Yes? Yes. Nice. All right, take your hands to the floor, lift up your heels, and just lean forward on those elbows. So this is a raised straddle. Really nice in the groin. Really, really good for roller skaters. We use a lot of adduction and abduction, a lot of internal and external rotation that happens along the glutes and the flexors, which is the strongest area of the body. So stretching it out regularly is really important. Nice. And then we're just gonna lift our butt up. So our knees are bent, our heels are up, our hands are squished down into the mat. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. Hands are squished down into the mat. Toes are up. Our heels are up, yes, perfectly. And then you're just gonna baby walk like a little animal, like a little crawling animal. Your hands to the front of the mat. You're gonna keep your belly on your thighs. Your heels are still off the floor. Try and get as high as you can on your toes, and then start raising your butt without changing the position of your feet. So now, your hands are pushing really hard into the mat. Your toes are also pushing. Everything is engaged. Your knees are pulling towards each other. Your tailbone is going straight up to the sky. Your head, the crown, is dropped to the mat. You're looking between your feet, and then you drop your heels slowly to the mat. Continue to push through the mat on your fingers, and then pedal your feet. As you pedal your feet, feel free to take a nice deep stretch here. So I'm almost bringing my knee all the way down to the mat, really just opening it up in my legs. Nice. Okay, both feet down. Relax the neck. We're gonna roll through to plank. Lift up on your left toe. Lift the right knee to your nose and step between your fingers. Readjust. We are in low lunge. Hands on either side of the foot. You're looking at your toes. Your fingers are spread and really push down into the mat. Your toes are engaged on the left leg. Your knee is engaged. Your glute is engaged. You're stretching through the front quad. Then we're just going to drop the heel and turn the toes out to the side. It's a dual motion. And then we're going to stand up and we're going to windmill out our arms into warrior two. So, I know we have our backs to you, but warrior two, my knee is facing the front of the mat over my toes. My left toe is facing towards slobo. My chest is facing towards slobo. I'm open. And then I'm going to drop my hands behind my back and grab them, interlace my fingers. And we're going to do the same thing we did in the standing position. We're going to roll our shoulders back. And we're going to lift our chest to the ceiling. So lifting the chest is not lifting the head. Lifting the chest. Keep your chin pointing forward. Nice. So lifting the chest is lifting up through the front of the body. Beautiful. You see he's got the nice alignment. Knee over heel. Leg is straight. Glutes. That's actually a fucking brilliant warrior, baby. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we're rolled back. We're opened out. We're gonna then lean to the right side. So you're leaning your upper body, not your knee. Stretching through the side body. Continue to pull your thumbs down towards the bum and away from your back. Keep the chest turning open. Try to bring the left shoulder to the back of the room. And see if you can lean down even further. Stretching through the side body. Stretching through the chest. Pushing those shoulder caps together. You can look down at your foot if you have the space. And then what I want you to do is literally put weight on the left back toes, turn it forward so you're in a high lunge, and then continue to fold over. But I'm putting belly first, so my chest is open, and then chest to knee, and raising my arms, raising my hands, dropping my head, pushing through. I'm on the tips of the left foot, left toes. Really opening through the side bodies, really engaging the fingers. Try to put the palms together. Nice. Bend at the elbows, release the hands, drop them to the mat. Woo! I don't know about you, but that feels good. That was good. All right, step back to plank. Push up to downward dog. Give yourself a moment here. Catch your breath. And then roll back up through and bring your left knee to left nose. Step in between your fingers. Every step I'm rolling up on those tiptoes. Now I'm here. I'm in my low lunge. Both hands are on the inside of either side of the legs. I skipped the lizard that we did in class, but you're welcome to add that in. That's literally just heel toeing, both hands on the inside, and you can drop the foot, or you can stay here. Woo, this feels good.
It's brilliant.
All right, so now we're gonna pull ourselves up into our warrior two. So you're on that back tippy toe. You're gonna lift up and drop the heel of the left foot, windmill your arms out to the side. And as you can see, I'm unfolding, so my chest is already open. I'm gonna take a moment to check myself. Is my knee over my heel? Yes, it is. Are my toes and my knee pointing towards the front of the mat? Yes, they are. The toe of the right foot is pointing opposite me on the wall or slightly forward. My chest is facing the wall, so I'm in a twist already. So I'm already feeling in my glutes that my body is trying to do two different things. I'm pulling both knees away from each other. My chest is open, my heart is up, my tailbone is tucked, and I'm sitting even further down. Take a breath here. Engage everything. Pull your belly button to your back. Keep your chest open. Keep your head elongated. You're like a star trying to float up to the sky. Then we're going to do the same thing we did a moment ago. We're going to roll our shoulders back, clasp our hands behind our back, lift your chest even further. Do not change the position of your warrior two. Try to continue to get the right shoulder back towards the wall behind you. And when you're ready, lean your body to the left, over the left knee. So you're going to be equally distributing the weight between your left and your right foot, rolling out on the outer edge of the right heel and right foot, and really pushing your spread, gripping toes into the mat. Lift your chest, lift your head. See if you can sit a little bit further. Nice. Pull those arms away. Now I want you to lift your heel of your right foot, turn, swivel on your toes. Now you're in a high lunge. So go ahead, reset, make sure you're comfortable here, You're welcome to stay here. This is a really nice stretch for the front quad, also for balance, also great for opening up at the chest. Or you can take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward first from the belly. Chest is open all the way down until you hit breast to knee. Lift the arms even higher. Push the palms together. Relax your head down. Look at your feet. Engage that right foot. Nice. Stay here. And then bend your elbows. Release your hands. Drop your hands on either side of your left foot. And then step back to plank. From here, we're going to push into our downward dog. Take a moment. Give yourself a bit of love. Wiggle your hips. You're welcome, if you feel the space, to go ahead and go into a three-legged dog. So you're extending straight up first, bending the knee, and then stepping back, dropping the right heel, and the left heel coming to your bum. So really nice stretch for the hamstrings, side of hips, extenders, really nice. And then just bring yourself, roll yourself back into plank, drop your knees, you're in your tabletop. And then here we're just gonna do our little cat-cows. The dog is like passed out. Oh no, he's watching. He's checking to see if we're doing our downward dogs correctly. Nice. And on the last one, remember, I'm just going to give you a couple tips on this. Turn to the side. Remember that as we go back, we're really lifting the tailbone, but pushing our hands into the mat so our neck is lengthened, so no shoulder earrings. And then we're rolling, tucking the sitting bones down, and then I'm rolling vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae all the way through before I go back into the next cat-cow. So from here, we then take our knees up, bend at our knees and take our feet up. Let me scoot back a little. Hands are really pushed down into the mat, and then we lean forward. Oh, that's so nice. Remember, push into the mat. I don't want your ears here. You're not collapsing into this. You're lifting up. Palms are firmly gripping the mat. Your fingertips are spread. This is a nice low lumbar stretch. Really, really good. Maybe take your legs left, right. See how you feel. Or you can stay here. Then I want you to drop your legs down. Roll your pelvis, belly, chest, chin down. Hands on either side of your face. And you can look in either direction. I'm going to look to the right because I slept kind of funny last night. Just a moment to reset. Always really important to reset. Can't really see me, I'm hiding from you now. And then you're going to put your hands below your shoulders, and then you're just going to push up. Give yourself a nice cobra. Tops of toenails are, he's limping. Poor baby. Tops of toenails are pointing into the floor. Glutes are engaged, core is engaged. You can even lift your hands up. Or not. Drop the hands back down, and then we're going to take this into our upward dog. So what that is you're pushing up, straightening the arms. Everything is straight. You're balancing on the tops of the tops of your feet. Arms are engaged, glutes are engaged, and it's like a plank but on the tops of your feet. You can either roll over the toes or step each toe over and you come into a downward dog. Yes? Roll through, back down, drop the knees, untuck the toes. This is where it's going to get a little tricky. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cat-cow, roll into our sacrum lumbar spine stretch.
And then we're just gonna roll over to the side. I'm gonna do this side so you can see my legs. Roll over to the side. So now my legs are in a 45-degree angle. Feet are behind me. My right hand is aligned with my shoulder. Left hand is in front. So I'm doing just a slight side twist now. So I'm looking over my right shoulder. Just gonna adjust Mr. Slobo. So let's get these knees back and then lean forward. The knees on top. Perfect, that's perfect. Do you feel a stretch in the side body?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's what we want. Get some air in here because we're cooking. Cooking with Crisco. All right, so we're here. Turn your body just from the shoulders and midline to the right. To the right. So now we got a side stretch and a back twist. So from here, we turned our body towards the left, so looking towards the bottom of the mat. We extend up the left leg, and you can either stay here and just hold the leg and balance. The toes of the right foot are really engaged on the mat, or you can bring it into tree pose legs by grabbing, let me turn to the side so you can see me here, grabbing the foot and putting it on the inside of the right leg. From there, I'm straightening the right leg that's on the floor, and then I'm turning over onto my belly, and I'm in a cobra with tree legs. Very nice, Slobo. Keep those toes, encouragement. Keep those toes, the tops of the foot really pushing down into the floor. Keep your arms engaged, pushing your shoulders away from your ears. You can stay here. You can also, if you feel this is a little too intense for you, drop down onto your elbows and just lay here and have an open groin stretch. So this is a really, really nice stretch for the inside of the hip flexors, the extenders, the connective bone, the trochanter bone, so the connective piece of the leg that goes directly into the hip socket. This is perfect for that. So you can stay there. Let me just join you. Or if you're feeling frisky, we did this in class, you're gonna tuck the toes of the right foot. You're gonna come up onto your arms, and then you're gonna lift yourself up. Yes. Into an up, well, this is now a plank with tree legs. Try to get that left knee back even further. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm here in my tree legs. Now I'm in my tree legs. I can stay here or lift myself up. If I want to do an upward dog, I'm literally just on the bridge of the toes, or here in plank. So I'm lifting that left leg even further back, squeezing my core, squeezing my glutes. Maybe I'm starting to shake a little bit, that's good. And then drop the knee, release the left leg. Woo, I'll just give it a little shake. Little twerk. And lean back into child's pose. While you're in child's pose, what I like to do is always just give myself a little hip massage. Child's pose is an active pose, so unless you're in a restorative class, it's an active pose. That means your palms are engaged on the mat or up on the fingertips. You've stretched your fingers as far as you can away from the body, and you're pulling your tailbone back while trying to pull your fingers towards the other side of the room. Do you feel that? Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Round two, we do the other leg and then we cool it down, guys. So we're here. We come back up, roll through, knees bent, toes are up. Give yourself a little roll. Feel free to stay here if this is where you're feeling today. This is really nice. Or we're gonna roll over to the opposite side. So now, I'm actually gonna turn my mat slightly. So, roll over to the opposite side. Adjust yourself so your knees are aligned with the side of the mat. Knees pointing to the end, feet directly behind you. Left hand on the left side. I'm going to put my right hand forward. I'm going to give myself a little twist to the left. So the stretch is right through here and also right through here. You can bend the elbow. So some sides are going to be tighter than the other. So you can bend that elbow. See if you can get it even more of a stretch. As I bend the elbow, I'm trying to pull my body to the right at the same time as drop it down to the left. It's tricky, y'all. You're welcome to lift up. We didn't do this on the other side, but I'm giving you some variations that you can take away. Or you can stay here. For me today, I'm feeling this pose. And then you can lift the knee up. Feel free to stay here. You can hug in the leg. Focus on your balance. Tuck the toes of the left foot, the pinky toe, really push it into the mat or the floor, wherever your feet are, so you can actually control your balance. Tuck the right foot into tree legs. Woo! You can stay here, sassy, 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 or you can straighten that leg and you can roll over, and now we're back into our cobra with tree legs. Come down onto your forearms. Give your hips a little bit of a wiggle. Play with your partner's knee. Tuck those toes. Push, engage.
Encouragement.
Encouragement. Boom. Coming up onto your palms. Push into your hands. Push into the mat. You can stay here. Or you can tuck your toes. Actually, I need to move forward on my mat. Or you can tuck your toes once you're set up. And you can come into your tree legs plank. And remember to pull that right knee back. Really push your hands into the mat. Squeeze at the glutes. Squeeze everything, belly button to back. And then drop the knee. Phew. And extend the leg. Don't hold your breath like I hear Slobo doing. Give yourself a little swiggle. See where the pain is. Drop on down to your belly. Relax your hands in cactus or just by the sides of your face or extended. Turn your head the opposite direction of where it was the last time. I'm going to stick to my left side because it's still sore. Nice. All right, push yourself back up into child's pose. Walk your hands back. See how you feel. You should be nice and warm.
Feels good.
And then you're welcome to cool down however you want. I'll take you through the cool down that we did at the end of class, which was literally sitting on your bum. Put your fingertips facing your toes. We're going to stretch again through the chest. So roll the shoulders back. Chest is up, pushing through the palms. Yeah, pushing through the palms, lifting the chest. You get a nice arm stretch and opening at the chest. You like this one, baby? You like this one? Yeah, my armpits stink, I know. You want to do some downward dogs? Nice. Okay. Shake out the arms. We're going to take the knees to the left and to the right. So there's two ways of doing this. One, you can actually keep your hands behind you and just windshield wipe in fours this way. If you want to continue to work your core, you're going to bring the right leg back so the knee is aligned by the hip. And then you're going to do your wider rotations, but you're not going to use your hands. So this is actually gonna make you move forward, but that's okay. Nice. Do a couple of those in your own time, whatever feels good to you. I really like this because it massages the spine. Once you've finished those, come back to center. You're just gonna lean on back. We're gonna prepare our bodies for Shavasana. Lift up the knees. You can grab them. You can give a rock here. You can stay for a bit in Happy Baby. Extending one leg, extending the other, extending both. But to finish off, if you're ready, you're gonna drop the left knee, the left leg extended out to the mat. Bring the right knee over to the side of the extended leg. So you're doing a side body stretch. This is the best. You could stay here for hours. Super easy and really effective. Detoxifying, lengthening, strengthening, restorative. It's got all the things. Come back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Extend the right leg down. And left leg over. Oh yeah. Encouragement. I'm just looking straight up, but if you want more intensity, look at the direction of the extended hand. You can also bring the knees together for a variation of this. And see if you can go even further. This takes the twist to the middle back. You can put one knee back and the other foot on top of the, so I've put my right knee back, my left foot on top of the right knee, and I'm extending the twist. Takes it more into the side body. So the thing about yoga is that it's really any and everything that your body needs. So the way that I practice is about finding the root causes, the root areas that need addressing. I'm literally rolling back as I speak to you. So I've rolled back. Both knees are spread in butterfly. So either with feet together or just knees, right foot on the inside of the right thigh and, left foot on the inside of the right thigh and right foot on the outside of the left shin. I've tucked my bum under and I'm just laying here in relaxation. This is going to be my Shavasana. You're welcome to extend your legs and your arms out. As I was saying, the thing about yoga practice is that it should be your own practice. It's an opportunity to get to know your body. Everybody is different. Everybody's mobility, flexibility, and functionality is different. So it's not a comparative race. It's also, if you go into a pose in a class and you feel that you're on an edge that doesn't feel comfortable to your body, and you know the difference, that kind of pain that feels like, oh yeah, really good stretch, and the kind that's like, oh, a really sharp, quick pain. You don't want the latter. The first is okay. So you really need to listen to your body and hone your ability to understand what it needs, and that makes your practice that much better. On certain days, certain things will feel great and you'll be amazing at them. You'll be getting your handstands and your splits and all that stuff. And on other days, you try to do a handstand, you're gonna land on your face. That's everything to do with your energy on the day, your hormones on the day, like our capacity to continue to increase. It's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's life, that's nature. It keeps us humble. So don't judge, just listen. And bring your knees together. You can either roll over to the left and sit up, or you can rock yourself forward. Come back to a seated position. We made it. I don't know if you even heard the music that I had on this time, but there was some. Roll your shoulders back. We're gonna do 1 inhale together. And the way that we do these, always remember, is it's deep inhale, belly breath. Extend the belly out, then fill it up to the chest. Inhale for 5. You hold it for 2 this time, just because. Exhale for 5, but that last exhale, I want to hear it. This is your lion's roar, okay? Let's do this. And let's go. All right, guys, thanks for turning up. Thanks for staying you. Keep on slaying on the mat, and I'll see you next